everyone, my name is Katie and welcome to my Greenland Quilter channel. Tonight we are going to have some fun. Nikolai will be in front of the camera soon. He's taking care of something real quick. And so I want to say hello to Joy T. Seems she was the first one in here. And hello, Lori Colgan. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't even have my title up yet or anything. So we're going to work on that while I'm waiting on Nikolai. Tonight, the plan is I am going to continue working on my PMQ, the Tree of Life Hope one. I am a bit behind on everything, as you know, so that's why I'm not starting any new projects until February for the channel. So, okay, you want to say hi to everyone?
Yeah, hi everyone.
Okay, so Nikolai's sitting down now, so he's going to be back and forth between. He's going to show you what he's going to build in a few minutes. And then also we started making some soup because we're going to eat some soup. So he'll be back and forth, keeping an eye on that. So hello, Jaden, welcome. So my plan, like I said, is to work on the PMQ. I think Denise may show up sooner or later. She said she was going to join us, so we'll see how that goes. And honey, you want to bring that big box in here and show it to him?
Yeah.
And this is what Nikolai's going to start on tonight. So you guys are going to probably have more than one night of this because there's no way you can get this done in 2.5 hours. So there'll be more than one night of this.
As you already know, this is Pamela McAllister's house from the Home Alone movie.
And it has 3,955 pieces. So this is definitely not a 2.5 hour job, but I guess you'll do it in increments and show him as you're going through it.
Yeah.
So what he'll do is he'll do it in increments and show you his progress as the night moves on. At the end of the live in 2.5 hours, I'm going to dump all y'all over to Donna of Handmade by Ying because she goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will try my best not to run into her time. So you have that to look forward to. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start sewing on that. And let me see if I can come up with a poll to ask you guys. Charlotte says, hi, Katie and Nikolai. Joy T says, hello. Jaden says, hello. Lori says, hi, Katie and Nico. What, baby? It comes in boxes?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you should. Can they see? Let me screenshot you so they can see. Oh, hi, Denise. See, Denise is here too. Welcome, welcome. So there's the three of us together tonight. And I'm going to spotlight Nico so you can see what he pulls out of that big old box. So here comes the fun. Whoa, lots of bags.
Yep. That's all of it for now.
That's the whole box?
Yeah, that's the whole box.
So what's in that big box?
Probably the instructions manual and some extra small bags.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, so you could show that to them after you show them all those other bags, I guess.
Yeah.
We need a bigger table.
Yes, we do. I've been thinking about what we were going to do after we move back in. When we moved back into the sewing room, this is going to free up half our living room.
Right.
And I'm thinking that, why not? We have two long portable, what do you call them? I'm not sure what you call them in the United States because I have never owned one until I moved over here. But we have two of those portable long tables like what you use when you have a gathering. And we could probably smack them two up together and he'd have this big table to spread everything else on. You know what I mean?
Oh, like the banquet tables?
Yeah, like a banquet table. Yeah. We have two of those.
Oh, okay.
So once I move out of this room, and we're going to reset this living room altogether probably, because I had this brilliant idea that if we reset everything, and we hardly ever sit on the sofa, to be frank. In fact, I'm thinking about selling the sofa and taking because the sofa's new. It's never even hardly been sat on. What's being sat on is all my sewing. So I had this idea that maybe we should sell the sofa and take the proceeds from the sofa and buy 2 sitting chairs that we could put like a small coffee table with.
Right.
And then put it in the part that has all the windows, you know, set it up like a little chat area, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's books on one wall where it has all our books on it, and it could look like a little library sitting room. And if we want to sit and just have like a podcast or something in there, we could, or drink tea or whatever. But in this area, we could put those 2 long tables side by side up together. And I told him he should build all of his train tracks and put on that table, and then put all his trains on it, and then us make a video of all the trains he has, because you have 17, right?
What?
You have 17 trains, right?
I think
Something like that.
15 to 20.
There's something on your phone screen again.
It's host spotlight me.
Tell it okay then.
It's
Oh, I'll turn it off. Okay. All right. So when you're ready, show them what's inside the box too, baby. So anyway, I thought that would be a great idea. Hey, Myra. Where will you sit? We don't spend any time in the living room at all. We really don't. Our big TV is sitting in our bedroom. And that's where we watch TV for the most part.
This is the content from the box.
Okay, so watch what happens when he dumps that box out.
More bags.
Wow.
And of course, the instruction manual.
So tell them how you explain to them how you set yourself up to build something so big. How do you organize yourself?
Well, the instruction. Okay. Oh boy, I got some stickers too.
Sandra says, Katie, has Nico seen the Lego tuxedo cat? Yes, we have. I wish you would make one of a Dachshund. That's what I want.
All right, so.
Or a German Shepherd.
According to the booklet here that I have here, bag number 1 and bag number 2, that's for the car, for the thieves. And from bag number 3 to bag number 10, that's what you say, ground floor?
Yeah, it looks like the main floor.
Main floor, then from 11 to 16, that's the second floor. And oh boy.
Nora, come here, girl.
17 to 20, that's the roof. 21 to 23, that's the, I think they call it annex. That house, then the 24, that's the tree house. It's been I can only start immediately with from bag 1 to 2. But they come in and check. It's easy to build. You know, just sort them off for the moment because they have numbers on top of the bag. 2, 3.
Come here, Nora. She's having another one. Come here, baby. Y'all, I'll be right back. Just listen to Nico.
Like I said, I'm trying to sort things out for the moment. 3, 2, 8, 7. All right. 9, 4. All right. Okay, cool. Okay. We got 11 here. Oops. 10 here. 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I'm set. I'm ready to start. To build the bandit's vehicle first. It's handy because there's home alone at the McAllister house. Details in it, quite detailing too. Looks like. And, will be. Of course, gonna be what I think. It is.
I need to fix my bot. Yeah, it's some kind of. Sandra Cedar says, sounds as if she's experiencing a backward sneeze. Have you heard of that before? It's not dangerous. It's, yeah, that's what she's, and she's having the third, now she's doing it again. And I don't really know what causes it, but I know that it's prevalent in Dotsons. Come here. Okay.
The wide of the house is 13.7 inches.
It's okay, baby.
It's gonna be fun to build it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't really know what causes it. She's a Dotson, a standard Dotson. I've seen them in other Dotsons, so it must be something with them. Maybe it has to do with the way their neck is. I don't know.
And of course, stickers are here too. It'll be fun to try to attach these stickers.
She'll probably go to sleep now that that's happened. What did you do? Did you inhale that pig air too fast?
Probably.
Huh? Did you inhale that pig air too fast?
And the book is quite a little bit thick, so if I go all through all of it, it will be like
How many pages is it?
from the front, from the back, from the first page from here to the back, 476 pages.
Oh, wow. So there you have it, 476 pages in that instruction manual.
Well, in the back of the manual, it looked like individual pieces. If you lose one, can you reorder?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it says how many specific there is of how to order it.
Oh, okay.
It's like we could just say a door, but there's only one. There are several doors and there are several things here, but there are some of them that's like let's say,
Oh, I was just.
say, I think I see this is the orange color.
Right.
1.4.
Right.
And if I look at it, it will say there will be 6 of them.
Okay.
And if I miss one, then that means I need to order one.
Okay.
All
I
the
was just
parts,
curious.
yeah, all the parts is listed here as how many there will be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My grandson is into that. My husband buys him smaller ones, so I was always curious.
Okay, let me jump on here for just a minute to say hello to people who's come in real quick during this, and let me know when you want to finish talking, babe.
Yeah.
So hi, Myra's here.
Hi, Myra.
Hey, Sissy, I hope you're doing good. Are you still up in Panama City with your mom, or are you back home? Hi, Charlotte. Hello, Izzy Skay. Hello, Joy T. I already said that once, I think. Hello, Sandra. The thing with Nora is she has these little episodes every now and then. And I don't really know what causes them, but I've seen other Dotsons do it, so it must be small dog thing. I don't know. But I just try to comfort her while she's going through it. And sometimes I notice that after an episode, she shakes her head a little bit, like she's trying to, I don't know, clear her head. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know that there's anything that can be done about it, because I think it's something with small dogs. Okay, so as far as Myra asked about the Nightbot helps us moderate the channel, especially when we have trollers showing up in the channel. But it also gives me a chance to say, hey, if you want to join the Facebook group, which I need to reword that, I see, or it'll advertise other people's links. We use it for all different kinds of things. Hello, Annette. Welcome, welcome. And hey, Diana Barber, welcome. Hello, Michelle. And I hope I haven't missed anyone. If I missed someone, say, oh, yeah, hello. And if you have a channel, this is what you can type this, type the word, type exclamation selfie. Oh, okay, Ben. So you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Okay. So he's going to work on that. Denise, what are you going to work on tonight? And can I spotlight you? Is that okay? No? Okay, I can't hear you, by the way.
No, I'm just working on my crazy quilt from large piece. So just little stuff.
Can we see it?
Yeah, when I get the block done.
Okay, all right. Just let me know when you're ready to show it and I'll make sure everybody can see it.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So what we're going to sew and talk, and I need to come up with a poll for you guys. So I got to come up with a good question to ask you guys. I want to remind you, some of you weren't here on the last live. So I posted a poll on my community tab as well as in the Facebook Greenland Quilter group. And it just has to do with the subject of, in February, I want to start a channel sew along. And I have no idea how long it's going to last. We are not going to rush through it. It's probably going to get strung out over time. That way, people are not feeling pressured, because I know there's so many channels doing projects. And, you know, if I even get 5 doing the project, that makes me happy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so make sure if you haven't gone over and cast your vote and make a comment on why you chose the one you cast your vote for, because it helps me. The reason I want you to comment, it's not just about the analytics. It's a way for me to get to know where y'all are at on what you like making. Because what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to keep projects simple enough for beginners. Also keep it simple enough that it's not some stressful project that, you know, you decide you've had enough of after a couple of months, you know, because that does happen. We get tired, we find it too intimidating, and we set it aside and forget about it. And so, and that's why I'm working on designing this one. So I'm not quite, I don't have the written part of it done completely, and I still need to work out a kink about that sashing. The sashing's fine. It's getting the rows where you have the hourglass running parallel to the 4-patch or the 9-patch block, and making sure that it aligns right with the sashing. So I have to figure out how to write that in the pattern so that people are aware of when you're putting the sashing, or maybe I'll just do the sashing in rows where it's not such a pain. I don't know. I haven't figured that little issue out yet. So hello, Sean, and welcome. And yeah, Sean just told everybody I hit 3,500. I hadn't even mentioned that. But this channel is growing because of y'all. It wouldn't be a channel if it wasn't for all of you who come and watch me, who like, who comment, who subscribe, because subscribing helps. Watch hours is a big deal. And you've heard me mention, please watch my videos, watch, because that is more important than actually having subs, to be truthful here. Because if your watch hours drop below 4,000, then, you know, you may have, let me give you an example. You could have 10,000 subscribers, and if people are not watching your videos and your watch hours drop below 4,000, you're still not a strong channel, because the watch hours contribute to it. But what has amazed me most about all of you is the amount of you commenting, answering my questions, doing my polls, commenting on the videos. And, you know, because I ask you to, you know, what did you like about it? Or was there something in here you found interesting? Or where are you watching from? These all things help this channel have a better foundation. And I really thank you for that. And I'm a little scared because I'm hit 3,500. You know, I didn't expect this to happen so fast. I mean, even Nikolai's like, wow, this is too fast. I mean, it's just been quickly. So thank you. And, you know, keep on supporting me, and I'll do everything I can do to make it interesting. I hope that I can keep y'all watching. That's my goal, is to keep you watching while we're sharing our lives, because you know, when I first started this channel, I wasn't sure where I wanted it to go. Actually, I really didn't know where it was going to go. I knew that I wanted to share Greenland with you guys, but I also needed a way to make both sides of my life cohesive, you know, with the Greenland part, with the quilting part, you know, because a lot of this quilting and this color use you see me it's all about me living here, because this place is so beautiful. And you're going to hear me say this 1,000 times again about how beautiful it is here, because I just love living here. Okay, so I'm going to get sewing, but I need to come up with a poll. So let me see you have any ideas, Denise, on what I can make as a poll? What kind of question can we ask the congregation here?
What keeps them motivated to sew?
Okay, let's do that. All right, let's ask I could just ask. All right, here's the question, and I need you to comment in the channel, and I'm going to start sewing. What keeps you motivated to sew? Share your thoughts and ideas. Lana, there's 33,955 pieces to the Lego kit. Charlotte says, hey, Katie, your grandson's snowman was so cute. I know, right? Did you blow up the video or the picture to see how he used his ingenuity? It looks like he made a hat from colander. He made the buttons out of wheels from a truck of his, apparently. Got very creative. It was pretty cool. All right, so let's sew and chat. So the question is, what keeps you motivated to sew? What do you do to stay creative? If it's not sewing, but you're doing crafting, what keeps you motivated to do your craft? Right. And I'm going to keep working on what I was working on that's been sitting for a few days. Now, Annette says, my sanity, if I don't sew, I would lose it. See, this is part of what's going to be a discussion in the future live about how we can help our mental health by doing this creativity that we do. And I got to remember where I am on this thing. You know, here's a bad side about setting a project aside. It's not coming back within a day or two, and then it sits there for a few days, and then you can't remember where you were at.
Right.
Which is a bad thing. All right. So I got to figure out where I'm at. Kind of think I know where I'm at. So this is, okay. And I have to re-put my alphabeties on my colors, because they kind of got knocked off. Denise says, have you taken your Nora to a vet? No. And I'm going to tell you why. We do not have a veterinarian at all. We haven't had a veterinarian for 4 or 5 years now. We got a really good veterinarian, and she was really good with Coda, which, you know, a lot of veterinarians suck at big dogs, but she would put him in his place. She didn't tolerate his being all wound up and all over her. The reason we lost her is she passed away from colon cancer.
Oh no.
She got they did some testing on her while she was here. She had gone to Nuke, and when she come back, she informed all of us that she had to leave, that she had colon cancer. And then within a few months later, I heard that she had passed. So they didn't even catch it in time. So, and we have not had a vet since. And we don't know when we're going to get a vet. That's the tough part of living in remote areas of a country. Sometimes you don't have access to this. I mean, we could get on a plane and go to Nuke and see that veterinarian, but until they get our runway so that it's more affordable, because it would cost 10,000 kroners just to fly. That's round trip. And you can, hang on, I'll look up what that is in US dollars. That's about 1,500 US dollars, I think. That's a round trip ticket just from this little town to Nuuk, because we would go from here to the helicopter, on the helicopter to Narsarsuaq, and then Narsarsuaq to Nuuk. Then there's hotel costs, and then you don't even know how much it's going to cost to see the veterinarian there. So it's astronomically priced. Sandra says, Katie, backwards and reverse sneeze, dogs rapidly inhale air through the nose, producing loud snorting sound, usually triggered by irritation in the back of the throat or nasal patches, is typically considered harmless. Reflex to clear out irritants like dust or pollen. It looks like the opposite of a normal sneeze where air is forcefully expelled through the nose. It's a strange thing that happens with her. In all seriousness, it is fun to turn ordinary fabric into masterpieces, Sean says. Joyce says, hi, Katie Bugs. Hey, Joyce. Welcome, welcome. Hey, John Clark. Welcome, welcome. And that didn't sound right coming off my tongue. Hi, Carissa. John says, that's because your channel is incredible and very interesting. Thank you for saying that. And John says, I hope that everyone is well and that 2025 has gotten off to an amazing start for everyone. And what else have I missed? Thinks I got everything. Sean says, I have something to show on my podcast episodes. Can't wait to see what you got to share with us, Sean. Lana says, making handmade gifts for others too. Oh, they're answering my question. Lana says, beautiful fabrics and projects. All right. So the question was, for those that missed the question, what keeps you motivated to do your sewing or crafting? What keeps you going on with it? Yeah, me too, Denise. It makes it hard for us. The COVID really did a number on things relating to Greenland. Us human beings can't hardly see a doctor these days because they can't keep doctors. I mean, it's like whatever happened. I don't know if it was because maybe they lost a lot of doctors from COVID, and that's why there's a shortage, because I tend to think that maybe the shortage has a lot to do with the loss of life. And, it just hasn't recovered itself yet. Lana says she'll be AFK for a few minutes. Okay, see you when you get back. Sandra says it's not dangerous. It just sounds like they're in distress. And yeah, it's a little scary, but I have learned not to make a big deal of it. But what I do is I pet her and soothe her and tell her it's okay. And so enough table. Okay. All right. Hey, Melanie. Welcome, welcome. Fellow quilters, both friends and YouTube channel, she says. Michelle says, Melanie Taylor says, hi, Katie and Chatters. Laugh out loud. Hi. All right.
Hi, Melanie.
And Nikolai says hi back. And hello, Ann Philbeck. If I didn't make things for others, I'd probably sell all my machines and my long arm. Wow. Diana says it's a great stress reliever. Yes, it is.
Well, this is some sort of my therapy here too. Making them, build them up, relaxing.
It's like your way of decompressing it after being stuck on the boat for so long.
Yeah. This stress I've been through.
And this last tour of duty's been pretty tough on him.
Katie, do you know where your doctors come from? Are they foreign doctors or from Denmark?
Most of them come from Denmark.
Oh, okay.
There's not very many. I heard that there's one Greenlandic doctor here, but if I've never met him. Oh, it's a her? Oh, see, I didn't even know that. Woman doctor. Wow. I've not even met her.
You've seen her.
I may have seen. I haven't met her. There's a difference between seeing and hearing. I don't think I've ever met her. Maybe things will change as Greenland progresses with its growing, and more young people go to college, because education here is free all the way up through 4-year, all the way up to a doctor's degree or a doctorate. All of that's paid for by our tax dollars.
All right.
And to keep students in school, starting with is it middle school or high school? They start getting paid to go to school. Yeah, high school. No, they get it in high school too, though. Yeah. So to keep the students who are high schoolers in school, along with the 2-year college and the 4-year college and the 6-year college, they pay them to stay in class. So the kids can live off the money that they earn from being. They have to attend class. If they skip class or they lay out, they don't get paid for that day. And this keeps them incentive, a good incentive to keep them in class, and it also helps them support themselves, because as a college student, it's very difficult to go to school and pay your rent and pay, whatever.
Right.
And, when I was doing the Arctic guide college classes, I was getting paid for that. And I'm not going to gripe. No, heck no.
Yeah.
But I can understand why they do it, because, a lot of times a class might be too hard for someone, and maybe they feel less motivated to try to fight through it, right, or whatever. And knowing that you're going to get paid for sitting in that class, that's a good incentive. And I know that some people may disagree with that, but I think that anything that we can do to keep Greenlandic kids going to school so that they can get educated, and because from my perspective, this country needs to be run by Greenlanders, period. Right. They need Greenlandic doctors, Greenlandic nurses, lawyers, teachers. It needs to be run by this population so that they can shed the jacket of colonization.
Now, do they have trade schools, in
yep.
Oh, okay.
Here in this town's considered a education hub. So they have regular school, middle school, high school, 2-year college. What's the name of that trade school, babe?
It's just a regular.
And what kind of classes are usually taught in that one? The C school is one of them, isn't it?
Seafair school is in Panmute.
Oh, so they have Seafair school in Panmute. So that everybody who's like seafaring means like the job like Nikolai has. They'll go to a different school, which is in Panmute. Some education for seafaring also happens in Denmark. Now, all these kids, once they go through a 2-year college, if they want to further their education, they can actually go to Nuuk, because Nuuk offers some 4-year degrees. And then after they leave Nuuk, they can go to Denmark or Copenhagen. And that was fast.
Bad guy's vehicle. Done.
Okay. That's cute.
Is there, yeah, show them what's on the inside.
There's stolen trophy already inside the vehicle.
That camera does not like that dark. Let me try the other camera. This one sees it better. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
But see, this is very detailed.
You can open this one too.
And the back opens. So it's really interesting. I can't believe they have the truck to go with it too. Wow.
Now for the front part, the house.
So one of the things I hope that someone decides that they want to be a veterinarian, because we are hurting for veterinarians. Like we are hurting for doctors and nurses, and you know, the list is long.
Right.
The young girl that takes care of my house, Hanifa, I asked her what she wanted to do when she finished school. And I've heard more than one young person say this. Oh, I was thinking about working in it as a hairdresser or a nail salon person. And I'm like, no, set your sights higher than that.
Right.
You know, and I told her, I said, you may think it's going to take forever to go through education, but education is a short amount of time in your life to go through the education. And when you're done, you get on with life, with the job and family and all that other stuff. So,
Right.
and going through 4 years of college, it'll be done before you even know it.
Right.
And you won't, and then you'll realize, oh, she's right. You know, it didn't take very long because you know, but when you're young and you're looking at what you're doing with your future, you think it's going to take forever, but it really doesn't.
No.
Hey, Donnell, welcome. Hello. Oh, June Hanson, hello. And anyone I missed, I'm sorry. Hello. All right, so I got the second one done. Now what do I do? All right. Oh, babe, can you go grab that sweet water? So I can show it to them. That is not lined up the way I want it to be. Do I leave it or do I fix it? Let me see what the other one looks like. Wait a minute. I did something wrong. I sewed this on the wrong side, I think.
Yep.
I did sew this on the wrong side. That's why it didn't look right. Oops. See, I made a mistake. Hey, Laura, sup, when is your surgery scheduled? Do you have a date yet? Or have you already had the surgery? I hope you're doing well. She broke a vertebrae in her neck.
Ooh.
I think that's what.
Back it up, girl. Thank you. No sip.
Have you added salt yet?
Oh, that's
yeah. From the cubes, right?
No, I added the salt.
Okay, I wouldn't add any more until you put after the pasta and the beans. Laura says it seems slow going, but she says she's feeling better every day. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Did you have your surgery already? I need to turn this fan up. Why is it when you have a bunch of lights on, it makes you all hot and bothered? Yeah. So this morning, it was 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, it is 8 degrees Fahrenheit.
But what's the wind chill?
I'll have to look and see. Well, actually, I can do that with the bot. Hang on. Katie, I had the surgery on Monday. I'm doing better, but I feel like it's been a slow recovery. I'm hoping every day it will get better. So right now it's saying it's 16 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from east-northeast at 7 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 68%.
Okay.
So in the bot, if you type weather and then put your city and state, it will tell you what the weather is where you're at.
Oh, okay.
Now, how accurate that is, I don't know. But, you know, it just depends. Anyway, Joyce says, brrr. Yep, it's cold. Yeah, we haven't seen it this cold in 5 years. So it's very weird for us. I stopped wearing a parka because it was too warm. And I told Nikolai yesterday, I'm like, I might have to switch back to the parka, whether I like it or not. I don't like using the parka because I hate how heavy it is. But it keeps the wind from going right through it, you know?
Right.
And I realized that my snow pants, I got to thinking about, we were talking about snow pants yesterday, and I realized that pair of snow pants I have is 14 years old. Because he bought it for me, bought me the first parka along with those snow pants so that I had them when I came for my first visit here before we even got married. And then we got married while I was here. So the snow pants are older than the date we got married on. Melanie says, that's cool, Katie. I didn't know that. Donnell says, hey, Lisette. Hello, Lisette. And I hope I said your name right. Hey, Deb S. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Jackie. It's good to see you. She said she thought it was cold here at 64 degrees at 3 p.m. Man, 64 degrees is toasty and yummy. I loved when Florida would be at 60 degrees. Even 55 degrees made me happy in Florida. Anything's better than 100 degrees. She's been partially fed already. I accidentally dropped, you know, the red meat we bought her yesterday?
Yeah. I
accidentally knocked it on the floor from the refrigerator. So she ended up eating all of it. So she needs some bones. So I think we should just give her a couple of chicken wings to make sure we level out that bone ratio. Otherwise, we are going to have problems. Someone's going to have a sick stomach. Do you need to go shoo-shoo? Okay, because she ate that meat.
Yeah.
Daddy's going to take you out for a minute, baby.
That looks like the face of the house.
It sure does. The foundation?
Yeah. Come on, you twerp.
Donnell says, Laura Sup, you wouldn't like Michigan weather right now. It's 36 degrees today, and next week our highs are in the teens. Yeah, I always associated Michigan and Minnesota with being very cold, along with North Dakota. Seems like those more northern states will be more frostier. So, how many people have lost all their snow in the South? I heard Georgia might get some more snow next week or something. Is that true? Little man really had a good time with all that snow.
Was it his first experience?
Well, when they made their trip from California a year ago, they traveled through New Mexico, and there was snow on the side of the road.
Oh, okay.
Thomas stopped for like 5 minutes just so he could walk on it, but it looked like it only had like 3 or 4 inches of snow on it, but he didn't see it falling. It had already, been and gone.
Right.
And so this time when the snow came, that's the first time he actually seen it falling from the sky and stuff. So it was a great experience. The last time Thomas saw snow like that, which he would have never remember. Let's see how many. So in 1989, 3 days before Christmas, oldest was 11 months old, and I was pregnant with Kristen, and we got 7 inches of snow in Lake City, Florida. And that snow sat on the ground for 3 days. So we got our white Christmas 3 days before Christmas. And that's the first time I've ever seen that happen in Florida. We've had snow flurries in North Florida before.
Right.
I remember there was snow flurries in 1976, but in '89, I mean, it was crazy. And Floridians who don't know how to drive on ice should never drive. There was so many accidents where people hit their brakes too hard and plowed into another car and ran into light poles.
Right.
I should have turned this the other direction, dang it. Huh?
Myra's still in the chat.
I don't know. Let me see. At Myra. Yeah, she's still here.
All right.
She might be sewing or something.
Well, Myra, if you hear me, are you ready for the round 2 of the mashed potatoes?
When we stayed at Myra's house in Florida, Nikolai made mashed potatoes, and they all enjoyed the heck out of them. I could have went closer. Nora, what? Did she do her business?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Girl, enough.
She might be feeling a little off right now. What is it, girl? You want your ball? Is that what it is? I thought there was balls under here. What did you do? Break it? Yeah, I know. Oh, I want to show you guys. I got another sweet label sweet water envelope, which as some of you know is the quilt labeling company. So I'm going to show you what I got today. This one was mailed out. Let me see if I can see the date. This one was mailed December the 20th. Which means this is probably going to have Christmas labels in it, maybe. Let's see what we got. Oh, gosh, I'm having trouble getting in it. Hey, Living Large, how are you doing? Those of you that have channels, don't forget to type the word !selfie to share your channels, because you're welcome to do so here. As long as you don't spam the channel, I don't care how many times you share it. I was right. Looky here.
Well, those are cute.
Yeah, very cute. So that's what came in the mail today. Add to my little collection of labels. It's good to see everyone coming in today. Hello, Quilt Anon. Welcome, welcome, formerly known as CM. What does CM stand for? Let me see here. Did I miss anybody else? Yep. Yeah, they're very, I love these labels, and they're going to be pretty handy. I have a lot of them now, but I also have a lot of quilt tops that's not finished, or they're finished quilt tops that need sandwiching. So there is spots for all those labels. Okay. I fixed this problem. I had sewed that one block on the wrong side. I just need to press them, but I'm going to set them aside for right now and go ahead and start sewing the next section here. All right, so we're going to need 2 A's. 1, 2, and we're going to need 2 D's. Oh, where's my color card? I'll be right back. I got to go get my color card.
Okay.
One and a half.
Yeah, because I had up on high earlier. Okay.
Some breeze with that one.
Gonna have trouble with it?
Yeah, but it'll be fine.
Okay.
Get it sturdy up, it'll be fine.
Yep.
The moment just give you some small issues, that's all.
Okay, so D I think is the pink. Yep. So we're gonna sew 2 D's to 2 A's. So let me show you what I'm gonna do here. I'll be sewing these light pinks
Okay.
to these red ones.
Okay.
And they're half triangles for anyone that doesn't know what these are, and I'm going to sew them together so that they create what we call a half square triangle block. Living Large says it's so cool to see everybody working hard or hard at work. Okay, I need to come up with another question. All right, let's do this silly little one. I'm gonna make a poll. All right. Since we're in the middle of winter, oh. Okay, when you vote, then tell me in the channel why you voted for that one. So the question is what is your favorite season and why? Is it winter, spring, summer, or fall? Let's see what we get. Hey, June. Hello, Denise. I'm excited about sewing with Denise soon, too. It'll be good sewing together again. It's been a while since we've sewn together. Nora, you've got to get off my sewing machine foot. You're going to be making me accidentally sew my finger. She likes to lay right on against it for some reason. That or because my feet are there, it's a contact with my feet, Okay, so I've sewn that. I had to make 2 of these, and what I'm going to be doing next, I'm going to finger press them. I have turned the iron on finally. Forgot to do that earlier. I'm going to go ahead and press them using my little handy seam roller. after I finger press. And I am, what I've been doing with my PMQs is I've been pressing my seams open. I feel like they, for now, this is how I'm doing it because it comes out better from my perspective. Many people do it the usual way and they have the same great fun, you know, how it looks. I just haven't had really good luck with doing it that way. So we have 2 of these.
Okay.
And then what we're going to sew onto it is a solid. I'm missing something. Uh-oh. That's not good.
On the floor.
That says, oh, these are A's. Oh, I was about to have a fit. Yeah. So wait. I don't have no D's. Okay. All right, so I'm going to sew A, and make sure I have this turned the right way so you can see what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to sew this to this, and then it'll all be one piece.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We got some answers already falling in here. Okay. Deb S says fall has the best tips and beautiful colors. Annette says she likes all of the above. Laura says she's talking about something else. Okay. Jackie says spring, neither hot or cold, just right. June says I like to watch everything getting green and growing. Quiltanon says she likes them all. Joyce says fall or spring, no heating or air conditioning. Yeah, I like spring and fall too. And there's so much color during that time frame. Laura says I drive out of my way where the customer service is better and no gossip. Anne says spring because I get excited about planting the garden, and fall because I plant cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli, and the temps are great in Virginia. Yeah. My mom loves planting cool seasons in the fall too. And Ann says, gotta go cook, but I'll be back. Cabbage casserole, yum. Donnell says, I choose spring as that is when everything beautiful comes back to life and my seasonal depression goes away. Laura says to Annette, I worked retail for many years and I don't think you get good customer service these days. Customer service needs to be taught. I remember when I worked for a convenience store, the customer was always right, even if they weren't right.
Right.
That was the rule. You don't argue with a customer. You're respectful, or you will get fired.
Yeah.
Working for a convenience store company was rough because you made minimum wage, and
being a delivery guy.
And they worked the heck out of you and treated you like, you know, they just weren't good people to work for.
Try being a delivery guy.
Yep.
Been there, done that.
Now I enjoyed being a hostess and a waitress. I enjoyed the heck out of doing that. And I made money doing it too. And I was fine as long as there wasn't guys touching my butt. You learn a lot when you're young and innocent and you work in a restaurant on the midnight shift and all the guys come in from the bars. Boy,
Right.
are they frisky. But you can also make a ton of money.
True. Yeah.
I remember
Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
I did that job when we were first married on the day shift. And so
when I worked for this restaurant company, we got a new manager, and at the time I was just hostessing, and every now and then I was when the restaurant got really busy, I would help the waitresses with their tables and stuff, getting food out, helping them get the food out there and filling up cups and stuff. And the new manager called me in her office one day and says, I've watched you since I took over this place, and you are in the wrong position. And I'm like, what do you mean? She says, I want to put you on the midnight shift because I think that you could make a killing on the midnight shift. But there's a catch. You have to tolerate all of these guys who come in drunk doing stupid stuff. So you're going to have to grow a thick skin. And to start with, I had a red face for days. She'd come and see me red face. She's like, oh, I bet you got someone touch your butt, didn't they? I'm like, you have no idea. Some of the stuff they would say would be crazy, would just embarrass me. And I think they would just do it to make my face turn red. And over time, the same ones would come back every weekend, and they would leave me $60 or $70 on the table before it was over with.
Right.
You just can't complain about that. But I doubt this day and age guys do that anymore. You get sexual harassment smacked on you.
Right.
Okay, I've sewn these together, and I used my little trusty seam rut to press the seams open. So this is what it looks like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sew this to the light pink. And you'll have this when it's finished.
Okay.
Just make sure I do it the right way. And then when the manager got that restaurant, all cleaned up and it was making money again, they wanted to send her down to Kissimmee, and I didn't want her to leave because I really liked her a lot. She made my life easy in that job.
Right.
So I asked her, I said, can I go down there with you? She says, are you sure you want to leave home? I'm like, yes.
Don't have to ask me twice.
Yeah. She says, so then she says, okay, you have a week to get your butt down here. And if I don't see your face by blah, blah, blah date, then I know you chickened out. And I did. I showed up I think a day before the cutoff date with a U-Haul trailer in tow and my car, and there I was. And I thought it was busy working at a restaurant in Lake City, but in Kissimmee, which was only like a few minutes away from Lake Buena Vista and Disney World, oh my God. That restaurant would have a line out the door with people waiting to get in there to eat.
Wow.
And I worked down there 11 months, I think. And all I did was work and party. And I got so many Disney World tickets, it was crazy. People just come in and give them to you, because you did good waiting on their table. Anne says she's got to go cook. She'll be back. And then Donnell already read that one. And then Charlotte says spring because the trees get their leaves. I love when some of the trees get their flowers before they get their leaves. That is the coolest ever. Like cherry trees, crabapple trees, dogwood trees. I mean, so many beautiful flowers in the spring before the leaves come. Lori says she liked bartending a lot. I never tried that job. I don't know if I would have been good at it or not. And it says, I agree. They don't do training like they used to. Laura says, I don't condone it, nor do I think it's right. But in the 80s and 90s, sexual harassment happened on a daily basis. Yes, it did.
Yes.
And Joyce says, watching Jeopardy and you at the same time. Oh, I like the TV show Jeopardy.
That's what I'll
Da, 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 da. Yeah. Joyce says, wait, Lana says, I choose winter because I was born in Wisconsin. Oh, that's another cold state where snow was plenty. Now live in Oklahoma where heat is plenty. But did you get some of that snow that I saw Oklahoma get? Because I watch a couple homesteaders channels. One of them is, actually I watched 3 of them. I watch Arms Family Homestead, Hidden Heights Homestead. Sometimes I watch the Crockers. And every now and then I might watch Keeping It Dutch, but I don't much like this channel too much.
I think Keeping It Dutch, he has a brother or called the Doss Farm, DOSS.
Yeah.
I used to watch
his. You still watch it?
No.
I got turned off by Dutch's channel because he focuses too much on trespassing and things like that. Instead of,
I watched them when they were in the mobile home on the big piece of property.
Yep.
I think it was just after they had, I saw one episode, then the next episode they had lost it to a fire.
Oh, wow.
And then they went through the process of purchasing a new house. Now they have a big piece of property, and I just lost interest in them.
Yep.
But there's the other one is in they're in Oklahoma. He was a police officer, left the force. Don't remember. He's got lungs.
Daniel Arms.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, so it's Arms Family Homestead. I keep up with him quite often, and now his wife has her own channel called oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's something about doing the right thing.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of the exact title, but that channel has, or their lives have grown. I mean, they now have a shop where they sell merch, and they're making a lot of money off the merch, and they're doing really good. And I don't know if you heard about their daughter. Their daughter had to have surgery on her breastbone because she was born that way, and I know what that is because I have a mild version of it.
Right.
And but she had one that has the worst kind of one where at some point it'll kick in and make you feel like you can't breathe anymore. And so her recovery is going really well. And I think that they said she has to have that they put a steel bar in to keep the rib cage open where the breastbone could reset itself properly.
Oh, okay.
And they say she's doing really well, and she can't play any sports yet because of the bar, but by the time she gets healed and they take it out, it should be where she can play basketball again.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Did you see, when's the last time you watched him?
Probably about a year ago. I've got a lot of catching up to do.
They have a miniature cat, and I have never seen a mini cat. It's so small. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think the last I saw is they had acquired the donkey.
Yep. Now they have several mini donkeys.
Oh, okay.
And I think there's six females now, or 7, and I think 6 of them are carrying babies right now.
Oh, wow.
So she's trying to make a herd of painted donkeys.
Oh, okay.
But the donkeys are so cute, makes me want to have one.
Yeah.
But I like their goats too, though.
My daughter wants one of those miniature. They're popular on T-shirts. They're the long hair.
The alpacas.
No, these are cattle.
Oh, the Highland something. They're Highland.
Right. Or Scottish
really
Highland
cool.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they're from like Scotland, I think.
Yeah, she wants one, but they live in like an HOA, and of course her husband won't let her have one.
Yeah, of course not.
Laura.
Okay, so I have made these now.
Okay.
And now what it wants me to do, which I need to press these up. I need to get on the iron here. Let me go over here and press them, and then I'll show you what I've got to do with them.
Okay.
Hey, will you help me keep up with the time?
Hmm?
Can you? What is with the iron?
I have no idea.
It should have been hot, and it's not. We need to keep up with the time. Let me know when it is about 10 till 10. Because I'll start slowing things down. Because Donna's live starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 o'clock our time.
Did you make it in time to cotton cuts?
I did.
Good.
Yep. We got to talk a little bit about the stitch. I don't know if you watch any of her videos or not. Cotton Cuts videos, lives. The other day she was talking about there was going to be a Stitch It Kit challenge. And I didn't hear any more about it, so I thought maybe I'd missed something, and maybe they already did it, and I just kind of felt aside because I got sidetracked because I took because I took 2 weeks off. But they haven't done it yet. But I was asking, so the Stitch It challenge is going to allow you to use any Stitch It kit you currently have that you haven't used yet, or that you started using. You'll be allowed to participate with that. But I told her, I said, I really wish you'd come up with a Stitch It kit that had neutrals in it. Just a whole entire kit of just neutrals where you can mix them with the other stitches.
Right.
And she says, might just be able to do that. So we'll see what happens out of that.
Yeah.
Well, that would be great if she could do that.
Yeah. I bought several of those stitches, and luckily I got the same fabric, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm working slowly.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I really like it because you don't have to do nothing but just sew.
Right.
And be as creative as you want to be with it.
Right. And on those some pieces I've gotten, okay, I have to stop and think, okay, how do I put this together? What? And Jack the Ripper's been popular on that project.
I can imagine.
So.
Hey, Jody. Uh-oh, she's got a headache. I hope you get feeling better. Don't forget to share your channel. Hit exclamation selfie. Oh, I asked her about the bracelet thing. Okay. She said that it might be easier and cheaper for you to do it yourself. Okay. And to pay to take it to a jeweler and have them do it. What kind of stones did you say was in it again?
My dad and mom, they call them bloodstones. It's the deep red.
Let me see if I can look that up on the internet, see what that looks like. Bloodstone.
Well, there'll be a lot of blood in it.
Oh, it's called according to this, it's a mineral. Dragon's blood, sometimes called Australian bloodstone, is composed of red, jasper, and green epidote. The name heliotrope derives from ancient. Oh, let's read about this. This is interesting. Okay, y'all are about to learn something new about a rock, and let me make sure this is the right one. I'm gonna, Denise, I'm gonna share the screen, and you tell me if this is what it looks like before I start reading and getting carried away here. Is this the stone?
A black screen.
Uh-oh.
No.
No?
No, that's too dark.
Okay. Let me unstop the sharing and let's see if I can find a better one of it. Sorry. History of a bloodstone. Wait a minute, what's this?
It's more like a dark red burgundy type, you know, in that range.
Does it have greens in it?
I don't know. I've got it buried away in the.
Oh, here, let me show you this picture and see if you recognize it or not.
That could be it.
Okay. It says it derives the name from its appearance resembling droplets of blood on a green surface. It's also known as heliotrope, meaning sun turner in ancient Greek, referring to the belief that when placed in water, it would turn the reflection of the sun red. And then it has healing properties, blood purification, boosting the immune system, balancing emotions, and promoting physical endurance. So it's got some interesting things about it.
Okay.
Maybe you can dig it out and take a picture of it so we can look it up on, we can use the image that you get from it.
Okay.
Look it up on, because you can use Google image from a picture.
Right.
And it can pull up all the, it should be able to identify it that way, because that's, sometimes I do that with, my daughter will send me a picture of a California plant that I'm actually not familiar with, and I know a lot about plants, but California plants are a little bit different, some of it. But if she gets a really good picture of it, I can actually identify it within a few minutes. It's really cool. I like, because you know, once I get the genus, then it's easy for me to find the species.
Oh, okay.
If it's elastic, you can find replacement string at a craft store, says Jody. And she says it's stretchy like my amber bracelet. See, this is amber. This is real amber on here. This stone washes up on the beaches in Fano, Denmark, and so Fano specializes in selling these amber bracelets. But mine has that stretchy stuff like what Denise was talking about.
Yeah, you have two strands.
Yeah, there's two on here. Here,
yeah, there's. Yeah, that's what mom's is like. Okay, all right. So yeah.
It looks to me like the holes are small enough to run a needle through them.
See, that's what I was thinking. So I'd have to find a needle and an eye big enough for the elastic.
Yeah. And the other thing is I'm not sure how you tie this off.
See, that's the other problem.
Yeah, I'm looking for a tie off on here, and so far I haven't found one.
Right.
I don't want to, yeah. But anyway, yeah, that might be the way to do it, where you can wear it. Bloodstone is a quartz, says Jackie. I did not know that.
Oh.
But Judy says, is it a garnet?
It could be that. That could be it.
Yeah, garnet might. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, and I'm
Okay.
getting.
Go check the iron.
Yeah, you hear it beeping, saying, "Now I'm hot."
Oh, okay.
I was wondering why I didn't hear it beeping earlier. I'm like, it should have been beeping by now, telling me I'm going to go to sleep if you don't come and use me.
Right.
I don't know how to turn that beeping off. Maybe you can't turn it off. I don't know. It will go to sleep though if it sits too long. I've noticed that. But it never did heat up, so it must have been I didn't have it sitting in the cradle right. Sometimes I don't set it, if I don't sit it right, it does that. I'm ripping out a seam because I redid a seam and forgot to rip it out. Because I felt like that needed to be, yeah, it's fixed now. That looks really good, actually. Look at that. You can't get better than that.
No, that's perfect.
Yep. So let me get over here and press it. Nice and hot now. Good. How's the soup coming, honey?
Oh, good.
Is it close?
I've added a bit big heat now.
Okay. I might just eat in front of them. No, they say it's not rude. I mean, if I was eating with food, if I was talking with food hanging out my mouth, that might be rude.
Yeah.
But I try not to do that. I just take a bite and then after I'm finished, then talk. Oh, we're going to have this sewn together here in a minute. And it's going to look good. This quilt top's going to be beautiful, I think. Then I'm going to have to find someone to quilt it for me. I think I have an idea who I want to quilt it for me. I just got to negotiate with her. I think I want to have Sherry quilt it for me. Jody says it's easy to replace. You probably want to buy a bracelet sizer off of Amazon that would hold it when fixing it. Ah, I didn't know there was such a thing. See, I knew she would know something. She's the young lady I was telling you about that buys, bunches of old jewelry from wherever.
Right.
And then she cleans them up and repurposes them and sells them.
Now, when you send your quilt out, what I know you send it has to go through customs and stuff. So what do you label it as? Say I take it to the post office and I guess here in the States, I would just say, well, it's got a value of $200 hypothetically.
Well, I'm going to have to be honest about it. I mean, I have never mailed one out yet because the last time I went to the United States, I brought them with me.
Oh, okay.
And then I brought them back home with me.
Okay.
But I won't be back to the United States until next year. And this one, I really want to get to my sister because that's who it's for.
Right.
So if I can find a long armor in Denmark, I might do it that way. But
okay.
I would prefer to do it with someone I know because I've seen their work personally. Like I've seen Sherry's work, I've seen Tiffany's work. Tiffany's going to do my Sugary Dew if and when I ever find a back that I want to put on the back of it. I just can't decide on the backing for it. And then there's Christine, my friend, she's the one that helped me she quilted my Stronger Together 2023 quilt, the one that looks like it's got a starry night going on in it.
Right.
And she did a super job on it, and she said she would do my she'd be willing to quilt my modern tumbling blocks one, but I haven't found a back for that one yet either. So it's like I'm not in a hurry to find backing for some reason.
Right.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen here. I have pressed, you saw that I did this, and we're going to be adding this, and this is going to go, let me make sure I have this. Okay, I had it turned the wrong direction. So this is going to go like this, and then we're going to put this on top of this.
Okay.
And then we have to make 2 of these, and then this section will be done.
Okay. Now, I was just curious, how do you label your quilt top so it goes safely to the long armor and then come back to you without them knowing it's a quilt and it gets hijacked in the mail
Yeah,
system?
there's that. I know that I'll have to put insurance on it. Of course, no amount of insurance will pay for all the work.
Right.
But that's a really good question. I feel that's something I guess I should really research. Is there anyone in here who lives internationally like I do and has sent a quilt to the United States for quilting? If you are in here and you've done that, what did you have to do to make sure it was protected? I know with and I think this is a great idea. Ian puts up some kind of little tracker device he sews into the quilt and or on up underneath the label of the quilt or something. I'm not exactly sure how he does it. And he can actually track as it goes to the long armor and comes back.
Oh, like a
Or
GPS
if,
tracker.
or if he enters it in a quilt show where he has to mail it, he can
Right.
track it going there and track it coming back.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I've done some research. They're like suitcase. You can put them inside your suitcases too, so you can track. You know, making sure your suitcases are traveling with you like they're supposed to.
Oh, okay.
The second one. Called an air tag. You're right, Lori. I couldn't think of the name of it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Air tags. That's what Jackie called it, to air tags.
Oh, okay.
Judy says you classify it as a blanket. Don't call it a quilt, and you put an air tag in it.
Okay.
That makes sense. That way you're not. Yeah.
Blanket air tag.
Oh my God, that's yummy.
What?
You just had me taste the soup juice.
Oh, okay.
We're making soup.
Okay.
So normally he makes the whole thing, but I started it before the live, and he's finishing it off, creating it. His soup is so good. So our soup is chicken and pork, and what I did is I took a whole chicken, I turned it into a naked chicken. Meaning I literally pulled the whole skin off in one big yank.
Okay.
And then I also had 4 extra chicken thighs that I pulled the skin off of, and I'm going to use the skin somewhere else. We're going to make broth tomorrow. And so all the bones from all of this are going to go into the crock pot, and I'm going to, but before I put everything into the crock pot, I'll pick that up in a minute. We'll go back to the soup first. So what I'm going to do, or with the soup, is we boiled the chicken first.
Right.
Pulled the chicken out, and then I took a pork tenderloin, which I had already pre-cut. It was a whole piece, and then I took it out of the bag and I cut it in lengthways of the tenderloin, and then I cut small pieces out of it. And then after we cooked the chicken, we pulled the chicken out, after it was done all the way through.
Right.
but not overcooked yet. And then I put all that in a bowl, and then I drop the pork in there. And the tenderloin seems to be the best to do with this soup because it's so tender. You know, with pork chops, you can use pork chops to do it, but pork chops, when you boil them, they're tough to me.
Right.
And with the tenderloin, you don't get that effect. It literally melts in your mouth pretty much.
Okay.
So we cook it till a certain amount of time, and then he goes in there and he pulls all the meat off the bones of the chicken. And then I have a bag that we're putting all the bones in because I'm going to reuse the bones tomorrow.
Right.
And then he adds pasta, usually bow tie pasta. Haricots, which are the French green bean that's very young. It's a thin bean.
Right.
And then like a mixed vegetable. Did you put mixed vegetable or did you just put corn in there?
Corn.
He put some corn in there. What else did you put in there? Pasta, beans, and corn. That's it? Yeah. And it cooks for a little bit and then it's ready.
You can say put a bowl for me in the freezer, then ship it to me.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do, I still have another whole chicken in the refrigerator because I thawed out 2 of them. I'm going to roast a chicken tomorrow.
Right.
Then we're going to pull all that meat off the bone of that. And then I'm going to take all the meat and several onions that I just cut them in half. And then I take several whole cloves of
garlic.
And all thing I do to it is I cut off that bottom of the stem on the bottom, that hard piece on the bottom of but I leave everything else intact. And then I spread all of that out on the bottom of a roasting pan. And I have that chicken fat, and I'm gonna put the chicken skin. I'm gonna take that chicken skin and I'm gonna throw that in there, and then I'm gonna put all the bones on top of it. And we're going to roast it for a little while, for I don't know, 20 minutes. And then all of that is going to get dumped into the crock pot along with some water and some chicken stock. Right. And it's going to slow cook for about 30-something hours.
Woo!
Until there's hardly any. By the time that 30-hour gets there, you start noticing there's not so many bones in there. Because you have to keep adding water because it does. Some water will go away, but due to slow cooking, so you keep adding to it. And I don't put any salt in it or anything, because you're making bone broth. Right. And by the time it's over with, there should hardly be any remnants of bone. But then what you have to do is cool it down enough where you can work with it, and I start straining it through cheesecloth, and I strain all the little bits of things that are left over, and all you get is the juice, and then you let it cool down and you put it in the refrigerator. And when you take it back out to put it in canning jars, it's like gel. It's almost like gel by the time it's over with. It's really cool. Right. And Nikolai likes to make and then you take the bone broth, and you can take hot water and you can drink the bone broth by putting a little bit of the bone broth into a hot cup of water. And you drink it like that, just like you would tea. Right. The bone broth apparently is supposed to be very therapeutic for you. Right. Cody says that she shipped quilts all over the world. She wraps in tissue paper, plastic bag, in a box, shipped with tracking and insurance. Never had any problems. Did I hear Instapot beep? Nope, that was my iron you heard. And Laura says, I have an Instapot in a box that I received for Christmas about 5 years ago. Maybe I should try it. Everybody keeps, even my friends like, you need to get an Instapot. I'm like, why? Honestly, they love their Instapot. Hey, Sherry. Sherry says, Nikolai, are you working on your Christmas present?
Yeah.
Sherry's don't forget to share your channel link in the chat. Type exclamation Sophie so you can share your new little channel. And me and Sherry has a treat for you. We have an upcoming project we're going to start. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it'll be fun and it's going to be different.
You can't ask me for that because I don't know nothing.
I think you do know what it's about because I know you heard what I was talking about.
No.
We need more.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. We need more hours in the day for all these new channels and regular channels.
I'm telling you. I spend a lot of time watching replays because I can't keep up with lives. I try to get in as many lives as I can, but there's sometimes I just can't do it. And lately, because I've been tired, I really have been able, I'll just watch the replays and comment and like the channel, you know, because replays matter just as much as being in a live.
Right.
Especially if you make comments, and I comment on every one of them that I watch. Say, I've been here, seen it, done it. Quilting On says, I will free up some time in the kitchen. And then Laura says, I guess I'm old school. My grandma taught me to cook, and I do everything the way she taught me. My mom was a horrible cook and could burn water. Ow! Hey, Jenny Jack, how are you doing? It's good to see y'all. And it is, oh, we're doing pretty good on time. I'm actually sewing and I'm doing something. I didn't get any sewing in yesterday. Well, actually, I did sew a little bit afterwards. When I went to Cotton Cuts, I did do some sewing. I have a block that I finally finished yesterday. It's going to be on a video. Okay, we got this. This is coming along. This is good. Very good. All right, now I can show you what I made. So this is going to be labeled 3B. No, 3A, sorry. And so this is what this section looks like, sewn together. So for those of you that don't know what I'm working on what they call a Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Along. And this one is Tree of Life Hope. Now, this has already been, the finale was done weeks ago. So I'm behind. I'm playing catch up right now. But anyway, this is Hope, the colorway, that's what it's called. And the fabric is Robert Kaufman Stronger Together Batiks colorway.
You want the ketchup?
Ketchup?
Yeah.
Did you find a ketchup bottle?
Yeah, you said you were doing a ketchup.
Smarty pants. Always. Yeah, Mr. Smarty Butt.
Never a dull moment with me.
Nope, never a dull moment. That's right. You keep my life jumping. All right. Now that I've finished that, oh, one thing about these PMQs, it tells you to label these 3A. So you need to label both of them that. And some people are like, why do I even need to do that? I learned the hard way. If you don't label these, and then when it's time to put all 10 months of the clues together, and there's no labels on here, it takes twice as long to get it done.
You're right.
If you just put the labels, and I leave the labels on them, and so when it goes on the design board, you see all these pieces with pieces of paper stuck to it where I put a label on it. And that keeps you from making mistakes when you're sewing all these together because you've labeled them.
Right.
And it's less confusing as well. All right, so now what we have to do next is we're going to take D, which is this pink, and we're going to use 2 of these. So let me take 2 out. To make some flying geese. Yeehaw, I just love flying geese. And we're going to use A, which is this red, as
Okay.
to go on the top of each side of the triangle. So I'm going to pull out 4 because it takes 2 for a triangle. I need a small design board so I can show you what I'm doing. Let's swipe this one. So here I'll show you what a flying geese, for those who don't know what a flying geese is, because we have some that are not sewers. I'm going to take this triangle, which you can barely see on this design board, and we're going to sew the red half triangles onto this whole triangle. And you'll sew this to this side and this to this side, and it'll make a flying geese. And I have to make 2 of these flying geese. So that's the plan.
Okay.
Sherry says, Denise, tell us about yourself. Give me the dirt.
Been married, coming up on 49 years in May. Live in
Wow.
North Illinois. 3 kids, 2 live in 2 different states. I've been quilting off and on for about 5 years. Still a beginner. Retired. Husband's retired.
What kind of job did you do?
I worked at the naval base, at the Great Lakes Naval Base for about from September of '82 until I retired in 2019. So about 36 years, because I worked up in Iceland for the Air Force.
Oh, cool.
So I worked for the Navy when we came back to the States. My husband got stationed here because he was military. He retired from there. So
when you lived in Iceland, did you ever visit Greenland?
No, because we were told we couldn't go there. They didn't want other people coming. And we were there from July of '80 to August of '82. So if there had been flights out, I would have gotten on the what we call the rotator or the plane. Would have taken a flight over, but we didn't know anything about it. And we were also told that you were covered in nothing but ice.
Yeah, wow. I think it's funny. There's so many. Don't you just love misinformation?
Yes.
It's like it is one of the biggest things that gets us cackling is when you get the tourists and they say, "What? Why wasn't Iceland named Greenland and Greenland named Iceland?" Because there's no green. And I'm like, you really don't know, do you? You don't educate yourself and look it up and see, Greenland was named Greenland for a reason.
Right.
It is green, believe it or not.
Well, once your airport is up and running, it's on the bucket list.
Yay! Can't wait.
And I just renewed my passport.
All right.
So
I'm super excited about this airport getting finished here in our town and stuff where people can come and go easier,
Right. It's on the bucket list.
It's so beautiful here. I mean, even if you just come one time, you will never be the same after you've been here, because there's nowhere like it. Maybe Norway might be close enough. I don't know. I would love to go to Norway and see Tromsø or somewhere around that area.
Right. Well, I always think that now that from what you've described, I think Greenland and Iceland are the same. It's an atmosphere of it's quiet, slow. Yep. If it gets done today, fine. If not, there's always tomorrow.
Yep, exactly. It took me a while, you know, when you're an American and everything's fast, 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 you know, and then you move to a country where everything turns into what I call snail pace.
Right.
You
Yeah.
have to learn how to adapt to that kind of thing, you know, and I have adapted pretty now. Every now and then I still get irritated, especially if it takes like, well, the sewing room is a prime
Example, right?
example of slow. I mean, come on. Okay,
Yeah.
this is what it looks like when I sewed a half triangle on one side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sew the other side of with a half triangle, and then we'll have the flying keys.
All right. Yeah. I know. I always found it amazing that when it comes to lunchtime, they go pick up their kids from school. I don't know about the high schoolers, but
Yeah.
the little ones, they go pick up the kids, take them home. They have lunch plus siesta.
Mm-hmm.
They finish the rest of the day. High schooler, those kids only go to school till I think they're like what, 16, maybe 17.
I
And
think
they
they graduated 17-year-olds, I think. Don't they, honey?
Something like that.
Well, you would know you graduated.
knock on wood.
That
That
was
was long ago.
He says that was a long time ago, 30 years ago. Well, yeah, somewhere around there anyway. But yeah,
And they learn various languages.
mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I learned, because I worked in the Navy exchange, and my husband also worked with them because the Icelanders worked, I guess, as contractors on the Navy or the base up in Keflavik.
Uh-huh.
And, once I make you a friend, then you're my friend for life. But if you tick me off, forget it, you know, that type thing. But
Yeah.
we found them very friendly and willing to show you stuff.
Something's burning, honey.
No, it's just a stove.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, you have to look at Eric the Red. I mean, Eric the Red had a fiery temper, and he was from Norway. And when he got angry and killed his neighbor, he got banned from his country, so he ended up in Iceland. And he lived in Iceland long enough to raise his son to adulthood. And then his son got in an argument with a neighbor, and Eric got in the middle of it and killed the neighbor. Right. So he got banned from Iceland, and that's how he ended up here in Greenland to start with. And then when he, a friend had been here before him, and because he had got caught in a storm and ended up finding himself here in South Greenland, and he told Eric about this place. So Eric's like, I'm going to go check this out. So that's what he did. And he was here for 3 years exploring. And then he went back to Iceland, talked to his family, and along with several friends, and they left Iceland with 26 boats. Only 14 of them made it here. Some turned back, some had an accident at sea due to bad weather, because the northern Atlantic is very, you never know what you're going to get when you're on the water on the Atlantic. Right. And but you know, 14 of them made it here because he went back and told about how green it was here and how they could farm here. And they did. They farmed and did things for 500 years, and then they just they didn't know that the Norsemen were gone until they sent Denmark sent a, was it Denmark or Norway that sent the Danish missionary? Denmark sent the Danish, his name was Hansi Gid, and he was sent there to Christianize Vikings, but Vikings were already Christians, most of them except Eric the Red. He would never convert. And so him and his wife slept in separate bedrooms because he would not convert. And she said, until you convert, we're not sleeping together. So they had this marriage where, yeah, the story's pretty funny. Some of the stuff, all in this, there's these books called Sagalands, and it tells the story of the Vikings. And so when the Danish missionary got here to try to force them into a different religion, he couldn't find any. All he found was Greenlandic people, Inuits.
Right.
And the archaeologists and paleontologists still really don't know why they disappeared. There's speculation on what happened. There was a mini ice age right around the time they disappeared, and it could have been that. They could have starved and died, or they got in their boats and went exploring somewhere else. And Eric Red's son Lee, he's the first Viking to land in North America. It wasn't Columbus being the first one. It was a Viking that made landfall first in North America. Okay, someone asked me if I was doing Wild West. I am doing Wild West, but what I'm working on right now is not Wild West. It is Hope from Tree Alive, because I haven't finished it. And Katie, do you actually follow the steps from the PMQ instructions? I usually just sew as many steos, I'm not sure what that is, as I can before pressing, and then I chain sew. The only reason I'm not doing this one here is because I kind of had to I left it sitting out too long and not finish it. But normally I chain sew as far as I can go with the clue, and then once I get to a spot where I can't go any further, then I'll stop and go back and start piecing all those pieces together. Quiltanon says, quilting in an ice cavern might be fun. Yeah, that's true. It might be fun.
You will be giddy.
Yeah, definitely. Being near the ice cap is intoxicating. Laura Sup says, Katie, I feel the same way about Arizona. Yes, I live in the valley and it's a desert area, but it's so beautiful in bloom. I can drive a few and have snow, and about 4 hours I'm on a beach in Mexico. Wow, that's really cool. I've never been to the desert. I don't know how my lungs would act. Jackie says, I haven't done Wild West, but signed up for Flyaway. Yeah, I'm missing a couple of clues on my Wild West, and this is not Cotton Cut's fault, you guys. This is the United States Postal Service. They suck right now. Okay, so I have my flying geese finished. I'm going to go over and press them real quick with the hot iron. What do you want? Did you not get your business done outside? Is that what the problem is? You still got to do them. I bet you have to do the other. But we're going to give you some chicken wings in a minute. So the soup's done?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, I want some.
Okay. Time to take a break.
You're taking a break?
No, I said it's time to, yeah. Well, yes and no. It's time to take a break. You need to eat the soup while it's hot.
It's not much of a hot eater for the soup.
You are funny.
Oh, what do you want?
Can you give her a couple chicken wings? Because she ate that meat without any bone, and I don't want her getting sick. I would not like to contribute to an upset stomach. And she can have an egg too. She's funny how she cracks eggs to eat them. She takes her teeth and she punctures just enough of a hole on one side of the shell so that she gets enough of an opening where she can stick her tongue through the hole. And then she laps up all the egg, and then you hear this crunch, 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 and I'm weird. I think it's satisfying listening to her crunch that egg and eat it. Hey, Nifty, how are you? Let me see. Did I miss anything?
Well, maybe tomorrow she can have some chicken broth and rice.
Yeah, that's true.
If that will help with her tummy ache.
Sometimes, well, what it is if I don't feed enough bone, they can get an upset stomach from it. And I accidentally knocked a pat of what was left over of red meat onto the floor out of the refrigerator,
Uh-huh.
And when it hit the floor, it broke open, and so she ate all that. I let her eat it. She's like, we need to give her some bone before she gets an upset stomach. Okay, now what I got to do now is take this flying geese and attach it to this rectangle red right here, which is A. And we're going to be putting it, let me show you how it's going to be aligned. This is how we'll be sewing these two together, where the red is on the top.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to just get this clue finished tonight. Jackie says, Laura, I signed up for Flyaway. Plan is unpack in the mornings and sew in the afternoons after I get moved. Oh, there's been a few people I've noticed in the quilting world lately moving. Did all of y'all watch the video about me and Sean's future project?
Yes.
Okay, good. My live got a lot of views last night. I was surprised. Channel's doing really good. I'm so happy about it. And we've gained a lot of members in the Facebook group too, which I need. Oh, speaking of Facebook group, no one really commented on my post. I need another moderator for the Facebook group. None of y'all are up for that task. It's simple. You just got to keep trolls out. And a troll is anyone who tries to sell a t-shirt in the store, in the Facebook group. It's funny, you ban them and they come in as under another name. It's hilarious. And I guess they think you must be dumb.
Right.
That Facebook group is not for selling stuff. I'm going to speed down just a little bit before I put my lips around that spoon. Laura says, Jackie, I'm behind on Tree of Life just like I am and haven't started Wild West. I've only done one of the Wild West clues so far. And still signed up for Flyway. I did too. I'm crazy and I know it. That's what Laura says. Sherry says she's doing it too. Donnell says, okay, I'm back. Sorry, had to finish working and get the dogs taken care of. Now I'm finally in my happy place. Welcome back, Donnell.
You didn't miss much, Donnell.
Where are you at on your project? All right, what's going on here? Uh-oh. Hi, Houston. Oh. What happened? I might be getting close to needing to clean my machine.
Yeah, I had to change the bobbin and I saw all the dust bunnies, so I had to break down and sweep them out.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get close to that. I wish people who design different things for sewers would come up with an itty bitty miniature vacuum cleaner where it has like a small tube and it sucks up the dust.
Right.
If you're interested in mine, I've already started bag number 5.
Have you?
Yeah.
You want to show them where you're at? Or is it you can't move it yet?
I can move it, all right.
Okay, if you want to show it to them, bring it in here, baby. I'll move my soup out of the way.
What do you think?
Wow, coming along on it.
Yeah.
You'll have to.
For the moment, it just looks like this.
Hang on a minute. Let me spotlight this so everybody can see better. Okay, No, we can't.
For the moment, it just looked like this.
Okay.
It's the back of the house, and this is the front of the house.
Ooh.
There we go. Now they can see all of it.
And there's a little plant right here under the stairs, and there's a picture frame right here.
Always the detail. That's what's so cool about Legos.
As you can see, it's from the side. Oh, and there's a little knob here, but if I do this, there will be some movement in here and here. I mean, here, as you can see that there's a little thing here.
What is it moving?
You see those? If you move them, you move these two.
Oh.
Because I have there's a movement attached. I mean, there's a movement attached with this all the way through here. Then there will be some spinning thing here that it's not done yet.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's just bag number 5 out of 24.
I like that they put the windows down there for the basement.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Bag number 5 is almost done.
They're saying, Quilting on is saying, awesome Legoing. And Donnell says, so cool, Nico. Jenny Drax says, very cool. And let me see. Oh, let me turn that off again. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Sherry says you've gotten pretty far with it.
Yep.
And what? Did I miss anyone else? And yeah, there's comments they're starting to look good. Quilt Anon says she bought some small attachments for that very purpose. Probably talking about the vacuum cleaner, I'm assuming. Yeah, I want to find one where you can just go and not have to stick anything in there and worry about damaging moving parts, you know?
Right.
My biggest thing is I know I have to lay this machine on the side and pull the bottom off of it because I know for a fact that I have straight pins in the bottom of my machine. Because these pressure foot plates have like these holes in it that you can screw hardware onto it. And because I use these itty bitty pins and they will fall in the holes if you don't hurry up and move them.
Fire in the hole.
You were funny. Have you tried the soup yet?
I did. First time to eat it, still warm.
I just don't want to burn my mouth. That's all.
It ain't that hard, woman.
But it does smell good. Hey, Gwenny. It's been a hot minute. How are you doing? Me and her have done a swap together. It's been a while since I swapped with anyone.
I thought they were making someone.
I am. But yeah, that's been the first one in like forever. Speaking of that, I need to get on that. I figured out what I'm going to make for that modern mini quilt. And so we have to put them in the mail in the middle of February, I think, is when I have to mail it. For the Modern Quilt Guild. Which I forgot. I need to pay dues on too. Didn't pay my dues yet. Kind of put that on the back burner for right now. All right, let's get these pressed. And this point is really close to the seam. But I'm going to leave it alone because I think it's fine. Is it warm in here or is it just me?
No, probably, yeah. Oh.
But it was chilly on this side of the house, and now does it feel like it? Probably need to turn the fan up a little bit.
Could just sit right in front of this fan. It would cool faster.
You have a point there. I also need to change this ironing board cover, honey. It's getting bad. Laura says, Katie, I had a broken needle fall into my machine and used a magnet to get it out. Yeah, I don't have a small enough magnet to like put in there, but a Janome person walked me through how to pull the bottom off my machine, and it's not that hard to do it, and then you don't have to worry about sticking things inside the machine. So here is what this section looks like so far.
Oh, that looks good.
Yep. So we're making 2 of these. So the next step has us, let me bring my board back over here. We're gonna make some more flying geese. So we're gonna make 2 with D. Let's see what D looks like so I don't get these reds mixed up. Okay, so we're gonna, these are the last 2 of the pink, which is D. Come on, come apart.
Bag number 6.
Bag number 6, you're coming along with it. What time is it now?
Oh.
9:30. Yep, we got about less than 30 minutes left, and then I'll have to dump everybody to Donna. So we're gonna sew with 2 of these, and we're going to see which is the pretty pink with the little hearts on it.
Okay.
So we're gonna use 4 of those, and that's probably what's left here. Yep, 4. So let's do that first. Yep, and then that's these. Okay, got it. Nora, you're in a very bad spot. She's right where my chair is, and if I move the chair, I might accidentally run over her. That's where she likes to park her butt, between me and my foot pedal and my chair. Thank you, Jenny Jack. Hey, John Hare, welcome. Hey, Giovanna, good to see you. Wait, did I just do that wrong?
You want ice cream?
You got some ice cream?
What
Uh-oh.
about spoon?
Look at that. Look at how tiny this is, y'all.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's very tiny.
And here's ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream with a bowl.
And a spoon to go with it. Oh. All right, now we're going to sew. So what the plan is we're going to sew this darker pink onto the light pink and make more flying geese. Donnell says hello to everyone she didn't say hi to earlier. She's cutting fabric for her live stream for tomorrow morning.
Slider. It's like a
You talking about a sled?
Yeah, sled. Yeah, sled.
Yep, that's what it looks like. Oh, that's funny. So much attention to detail with this Lego kit.
Going.
Here we go. Sledding on.
That's cute.
Yep.
Wow. When I finish the Lego set, maybe I could put it on the ice and put it on the snow and take a picture of it.
Yeah, that would be cool. We have enough snow to do that with. Yeah. Unlike previous years.
It's a Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Christmas
movie.
one. Yeah.
The Christmas and winter movie.
Yep.
Ah, now I know what that is for. Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, let's get this sewn on here.
Showing the little slit.
Oh, it just hit the floor.
I know. Ah, shoot.
Yeah, now you knocked my stuff on the floor.
Yeah. There you go. Now this here.
Make sure you didn't lose any half triangles.
That's all of them.
Should be 4 of these. 1.
That's all of them.
Okay, yep, they're all here. I see them. Thanks, babe.
Very funny.
Definitely funny. Yeah.
I didn't know what that button was for.
And now you know what it's for. Okay.
There's a button right here.
Wait a minute. Let me spotlight so you can show them. Okay.
I didn't know that there's this button right here. But if I turn it around, I press the button, guess what happened?
Ah! Careful. Those tiny pieces will be really hard to find, says Jenny Jack.
I know.
Sherry says you need a magnifying glass. Oh. Quiltanon says, once you finish a Lego project, how long do you leave it built? Do you take it apart and redo them? Let you come over here and answer that question.
With a creator set like this, it's big. Wait till you see the finished product, and you will know what I was talking about. What was it?
Are you going to leave that one intact, or are you going to take it down?
No, I'm not going to take it down. I'm going to.
With his creators, he's been leaving them intact and keep adding, because we have a shelf in the bedroom with the creator ones on it. But like is it the police stations you break down?
No, I haven't break them in it.
What ones is it that you always break down and then rebuild again?
It's just a smaller police station set.
Some of them break down and then he'll rebuild them again later. Or like that roller coaster, the loop roller coaster, you rebuild that one multiple times already. Did you ever give her the chicken wings?
No. We can feed her when this is done. Now it's getting better and better. I don't know what this
Speaking of soup, now I'm going to try mine.
Babe,
I
have train tracks right here.
Does it come with that?
Now it's more like a artistic train in it, so it looks like train tracks.
Oh, sweet.
I think there will be a tree where you can have a tree.
A little mini tree.
Yeah, little tree that I added. That's getting. That's getting better. Looks like I'm going to spin or. So we're going to have a spinning tree too.
Still a little hot. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. John says, you're on the spotlight. I forgot to turn it off. No, I was. And I'm sitting here trying to eat soup with the spotlight on. That's interesting. Not. Babe, will you bring me one of those spoons from the, yeah. Because you put a lot of juice in here.
Here.
Thanks. I want to have some of the juice.
Sucker punch for the juice now.
Yeah, there's plenty of it in here, and it can be messy if I'm using a fork. What is Denise working on?
Crazy patches.
Hang on, let me spotlight so they can get a good look at it.
Okay.
All right, now show it again. They're coming along.
Yeah.
How many have you made now?
About 10 or 12.
Nice.
I'm on my last one. Then I'll press them, measure them, throw them in a box.
Oh, you're not going to finish them anytime soon?
No, because I think this is a 12-inch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I'm working also on a 6-inch.
Jenny Drack, we made homemade chicken and pork tenderloin soup that has chicken, pork tenderloin, haricots, corn, and bow tie pasta.
Pasta la vista, baby.
Did you put rice in it too?
Nope, I forgot.
Oh, okay. Sometimes he puts rice in it too.
What is fire, open fire or what do you call it there?
Huh?
The open fire thing?
Wrap. Oh, yeah.
Let's see when it's done.
Sherry says that's fun, Denise. John says cool. Quilting on says laugh out loud for reals. And Jenny says I take everything but the meat. So you're not a meat eater, Jenny Drack? Okay, guess what time it is? Yeah, because Donna's live starts in 10 minutes. Okay, let's look at this poll first. She's a vegetarian. Okay.
Oh.
All right. The question of the, if any of you have not done this poll, you better hurry up and do it now because I'm going to end it in a minute. What is your favorite season and why? So any of you who haven't voted, please vote and then tell me in the chat why you voted for that particular season. We've had some great answers tonight on that. Very good answers, actually.
And I will stop with this one too. Back number 6.
You will stop at number 6?
Yeah.
Okay. And then pick up tomorrow on the live
Yeah.
again on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read the poll. 10% voted for winter, which that doesn't surprise me one little bit.
Right.
43% chose spring. 20% chose summer. And 27% chose fall. I love spring and fall the most. Now, living in Greenland, I don't mind the summer months so much because it just, I mean, the highest I've seen it get here is 72 degrees. In fact, the only time I gripe about being hot is because the house is hot, not outside. But I haven't gone back to the United States during the summer months for quite some time now because I prefer coming either in the spring or in the fall. I would just like it better. And I also love the color that I get to see from springtime and also fall time. There's just nothing like the color. And you know how much I love color.
Right.
Melanie says, my answer is because everything starts new again. Yep, see? And Sherry says, I'll see you in Donna's in a few minutes. Yep, because I want to make sure I have set up this live so that it should give you Donna's link. And if not, then I'll go find her link for the live. But it should show you that. So this was 32 people voted. And that was what we got for percentage. So I'm going to end the poll now. All right. Tomorrow I will pick up, as I told you last night, I'm not starting any new projects until February. And that's when everything's going to get busy for the channel. So right now, tomorrow, I'll probably continue to work on my UFOs. That's what we'll work on. And Nikolai will pick up on bag number 7, right? Oh, look at this, you guys. Let me hotspot. Yeah, that one. See if I can spotlight that one or not. That one says it's muted. Oh, I did mute. I can't spotlight that one because it's muted. Wait, this is in the way. Oh, here we go.
A little bit lower. A little bit lower.
It wants to unmute and we're not unmuting it. Just hit that bottom one. Okay. So here's, isn't that cute?
Oh, that is cute.
I love it. It even has, and I'm going to turn it around so you can see the little fire flames.
Oh, that's cute. I like
That
that.
is super cute. Okay, so let me unspotlight that. Thank you everyone for coming to my live tonight, or to our live, because it's me and Nikolai tonight, along with Denise. And I thank you, Denise, for coming again. I really enjoy you coming to sew with us. And if you want to sew with us tomorrow night, you're welcome to come back again. You can come in as many times as you want, and I'm fine with that. Make sure to keep up with what I'm doing in my community post. Don't forget to go over to the community post and look at what I posted about the poll, because there is a poll active right now in the community post. If you would rather do it in Facebook group, you can also do it there, because I set it up kind of with Facebook. It's weird, but with the community tab in YouTube was easier. So don't forget to go visit that. I'll see you tomorrow at about 7:30, which would be 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. I kind of moved it back 30 minutes because it's easier for right now until I get settled back in, or get back into my groove of doing things. So remember to live, laugh, love, dream. And what do we do with all that? We make something. And if you haven't hit the like button, please hit it on your way out. And good night, everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
All right. Okay. Do you want to come back?